The rain was coming down sideways when Max found Luna standing under the big oak tree in the park. She looked like she'd been crying. "Hey," Max said, his voice hesitant. "You okay, and?" Luna just stared at the ground. "Luna? Enda wet fairy, and once." "What's wrong?" he asked gently. "I've been waiting here for 2 hours, Max," she said quietly, her voice barely above the sound of the rain. 2 hours? Why did you ask me to meet you here?" Max asked, concerned. Luna sighed. "We need to talk." Max nodded, suddenly serious. "Okay? I'm listening." "Why were you so late?" she asked, her eyes finally meeting his. "I got caught up at work," he mumbled, shuffling his feet. "You're always caught up at work, Max." "You never have time anymore," Luna said, her voice tinged with sadness. He flinched. "That's not true." "Actually," Luna continued, "I didn't really want to see you. That's why we need to talk honestly. This might be our last time seeing each other." Max felt a knot forming in his stomach. "What do you mean, our last time? Are you saying you don't want me to see our son? How, cow?" "Of course I want you to see him," she replied. "But maybe not me. But we'll still have to see each other, Luna." Max sighed in frustration. "Look, I brought you flowers. I've apologized a million times. What else do you want me to do?" He held out the bouquet of roses, now getting soaked by the rain. "I don't know, Max. I just... continue, I guessed. I can't forgive you." "What did I do that's so unforgivable?" he asked, his voice rising. Luna looked away. "You know why, Max? You're being selfish and not thinking about our son's future," he accused. "Have you thought about it yourself?" She challenged. "I was trying to save our family. I reached out to you more times than I can count. You came around twice, and that was just to keep up appearances," Luna replied. "You're his father, Max. You can see him any time you want. Do you really think that if you move on and marry someone else, he can just be a father to my kid? Do you? Do you?" He pressed. "You did this, Max. You caused this." "Okay, fine, I admit it. I wasn't a perfect husband, okay? I wasn't lying when I said I hit you sometimes, but not all the time." Max admitted. "You hit me a lot, Max, and I never told anyone. I kept it inside," Luna said quietly. "There were reasons. It wasn't like I just hit you for no reason," Max said. "No matter the reason, you shouldn't hit a woman. I might have had a bad temper, but you hit me even when I was pregnant. I'll never forget that day," Luna said. "It hard, yes." "I didn't hit you then," Max said. "I just jerked you to get your attention. There's a difference. No man hits his wife without a reason." "What caused that fight?" Luna asked. "Jealousy," he said. "I was jealous, and it was when you were pregnant. I screamed and said awful things. You should have stayed calm. You should respect your baby's father," Max argued. "I used to respect you, Max." "Is this respect? You make up things I never even did and blame me for them," Max accused. "I was jealous. If you had nothing to hide, you would have said, "Everything's okay, honey." Instead, you didn't say anything and hit me, Luna replied. You weren't exactly quiet, either. How was I supposed to handle you yelling at me like that? Max said. So that means it's okay for a husband to hit his wife? You don't have the right to do that, Luna said. I'm your husband. Listen to me, Max said. You're my ex-husband now, she corrected him. Life is messy, Luna. No family is perfect. I made a decision, Max, Luna said, her voice firm. What do you want, Luna? Max said. I want a divorce, she said clearly. You think everything will be fixed after that? Max asked. Yes, you should sign the divorce papers. Is there any guarantee that some other guy won't hit you? Max said. Don't worry about me. Just find a better wife than I was, she said. In 2 years together, did you forget all the good times we shared? Max asked. Yeah, it's pointless to remember them. I don't have any feelings anymore. If we go our separate ways, my child will stay with me, Max demanded. I've been taking care of him since he was born. Have you ever even looked after him? She challenged. I'll hire a nanny to watch him. I won't give up my child, Max said. I can't do that, Max. You never spend any time with him. I'm his mother, Yao Khan ad Kires. He will stay with me until he's 18. She said. What are you going to tell him when he grows up and asks where his dad is? Max asked. I'll explain it to him. Did you promise me you wouldn't hit me again? You didn't, she said. What about you, Hans and Ellington? You said you wouldn't change. If you had promised to change, things might have been different. Do you remember the last time I hit you, Tal? I only hit you once because you were drinking alcohol, Max said. Oh, you remember that day now, huh? Luna said. You embarrassed me in front of my friends. You wouldn't listen to me and got drunk, Max said. Max, that wasn't alcohol, Luna said. How can I believe you? Max asked. Ask anyone who was there. It was a cocktail, Luna said. No, I don't believe you, he said. I did it on purpose because you made me sad that day. You thought it was alcohol, Luna explained. I really thought it was alcohol, but why did you do that? Max said. I won't tell you. And Saus and Tyne. Why, Luna, Sel et Bawi, Luna. He pressed. Because you insulted me before that, she said. I can't remember what that was, he said. Of course, you always forget those moments, she accused. I'm telling you to tell me now. If you don't tell me, it means you're lying. You know why we're divorcing. Why are you asking? I've tried to be a good wife. I would have put up with your beatings if you hadn't cheated, she said. I didn't cheat on you, Max said. Do you think I don't know? Luna shot back. It wasn't like you think, Max said. I can't forgive it, Max. Don't lie. You're misunderstanding, he pleaded. I saw you with another girl. You were laughing together, she said. We're not getting a divorce. Max said. We will get divorced. That's final, said. She insisted. How? And sang to and trude or spine. I didn't even agree to a divorce yet, he protested. You did this to yourself, Max, she replied. The rain was coming down harder, and Max just stood there with the flowers, feeling the weight of her words. Luna turned and walked away, leaving him standing alone in the downpour. Max watched her go, the flowers drooping in his hands. He felt a wave of regret and sadness wash over him. Their love just seemed lost, washed away by the rain. He understood that sometimes, love isn't enough to fix everything. All he could do now was hope for a better future for both of them, and especially for their son.